Let's take a look at a few lav mics. In a previous episode, I mentioned getting these $40 to $50 lav mics from a company called Stony Edge. And I've had a lot of requests for, can you show me a simple lav mic? Can you get me a cheap lav mic? So before I do this, because I haven't done this yet, let me just say that in my experience, cheaping out on gear is usually a bad idea. Spending $3,000, $2,000, $1,000 on a camera and then trying to find a mic that's $18 doesn't make sense to me. It's like wanting to restore cars and then going to the dollar store and buying some of your tools. That being said, I'm going to take a look at the difference between these Stony Edge mics, there's two of them, and this Rode lapel mic. The Rode lapel mic with all the goodies in here, that's about $200 to $250. To me, it's a decent low-end mic, and I'm really curious about what's going to happen with these. I think I opened one of these in the last episode and put it back. So let's check them out. Okay, so here we are with our players. I have a Stony Edge Simple Lav Mobile. I believe that was sent. I believe it's only for a phone. I'm still going to check it out. Then I have the Stony Edge Simple Lav omnidirectional mini condenser lavalier stereo microphone. Now here's my Rode. These are 40 to 50. This is about a 250. Comes with a little windscreen, which I hardly ever use. This I bought separately. It's for taking this off and plugging this into an XLR jack. We don't need that. We don't need that. This is the lav mic. This is a tie clip, which I also don't use because I use these handy dandy little, they call them vampire clips. And what they are is they just have two little pins and they clip into the clothes. This is just an extra cable if I need something long, which I'm also not going to use. Comes in this great case, which we also don't need. And here's the Rode lav mic. It's pretty simple. Has what they call a Micon connector. This screws off and you can put any connector on there. It has a shielded cable. That's what this is, to keep out interference. There's my little vampire clip that goes in your clothes. Ow, ow. And that's the Rode. Now what I'm going to be using to record this in, I'm recording this episode in my voice over here with the NTG3 Rode into a Zoom recorder. Most filmmakers I know are probably going to be in the range of using something like this little Zoom. This is $99. It's cheap, runs forever on a AA battery, and I set this, I turn the low cut off, I turn the auto level off, and I record in wave, and let's start her up. It says hi, accesses the card, it's ready to go. Now for me, I set it to 9624. That's the highest it'll record at. I've just always had success with that. And it uses these little cards here that are in this slot right there, one of these little mini SD cards. Now, this is a great alternative. I have a bunch of these, like I have 3 or 4 of these. And the reason why I want to use this one is because A, it's cheap and it's affordable for most filmmakers. And that's the whole idea here. I want a simple, cheaper lav mic. Well, I'm going to use a simple, cheaper recorder. The only thing I don't like about it is if you drop it, it will fall apart into a million pieces. Okay. The other thing I like about this is the one button touch. Just turn it on, you go. Here's how you format the card. You hold the delete button, turn it on, high, format, press. Formatting, done. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be clipping this onto my shirt at some point to test it, but let's get into this mic over here and set these aside for the moment. This, the apparently Stony Edge Simple Lav mic. Directions. They just tell you to loop the mic to reduce noise and cord strain. They tell you to clip it in a shorter time, what to do with it. A bunch of stuff here. That's what they say there. This is a lifetime of free microphoned windscreens, which is kind of cool. Here's its little bag, and here's a little microphone. Let's pull it out. You got this thing. It's kind of nice. Here's the tie clip, also kind of nice, except it's really hard to get out of this bag, but that's me, not them. That's a tie clip, just like any tie clip. You put the mic in there, you clip it onto something. I like that they wrap this. That's pretty cool. And there you go. Let's pull the cord out of the bag. Why they put the cord in the bag, I don't know, but that's pretty cool that they did that. Let's set all this other junk aside. Now, this, wow. That is one seriously long cable. I mean, this thing is gotta be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8 feet long. And there's the mic. It's got a windscreen. It's nice. What happens is it just clips into here like this. Just push that little sucker down. Clip. You heard that? And you clip it on there. See what we got here. All right. Record. We got nothing. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't look like it's giving me any more output. The mic's right here, so I don't know. I have no idea if this thing's going to work or not. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't look like it's giving me any more output. The mic's right here, so I don't know. I have no idea if this thing's going to work or not. More interest is the Simple Lav. Same thing. We have directions. They're actually the same directions. Aha! There's a lot more in here. Let's take a look. Bagged up. Wow. Got another bag. Bags, bags, bags. Now this is different. This looks more like a lav mic. I can tell you already what I don't like about it. Let's put the clip on. I'm sure the guys at Stony Edge are going to go, oh my gosh, he doesn't like something. What are we doing? Oh, this is cool. Look at this. This is a plus. Here's a plus. It comes with a 1/4-inch jack. I could actually go directly into my H4 end or any of my H products. That's cool. And a nice gold connector on the end. That's cool. Now, immediately, here's the thing I don't like over the Rode. If you notice the Rode, it's a cord, and I just plug it into my recorder, and this has a battery. I really don't like batteries. But, again, how much don't I like a battery for $250 or $50? Put the battery in plastic. Let's check it out. Put the battery in here. Whoa, come back here. Stick the battery in. I think it goes this way. Screw it back together. Let's put it in our here. Let's turn it on. And I have go. So the battery's in there, it's on, and it's working. Now let me do the same thing. I'm going to clip this to my shirt. And there we go. Where are you? There you go. I can already tell. Look at the levels on this. I've set at 30, and the levels are pretty down there. Let me clip the Rode in the same exact place on my shirt. Now this is the Rode on there. Look at the difference in levels. Right now I'm hitting almost a little over 12 on this particular mic. And I've set the input to this thing at 30. Plug this one in. It's on, battery's on. And I'm not even registering. I'm sitting far below, well, about 24, so it's about half, despite the battery. That's the number one thing I don't like, and I'll tell you why. Because now, to meet up with the Rode, I have to increase the input level. And as I increase the input level to get it up to about the same level as the Rode, which is about 12, I'm up to about 80. What's happening is that's going to allow more noise to come into this mic. Now I'm just checking here. It's definitely in the same place as a Rode. It's definitely pointed at my mouth. But the tail is going to be when I press record. So now I'm recording with the Stony Edge mic, and I have it plugged in. I've set the input level at about 80. And again, let's record the Rode at the same level. Here I am recording the Rode. I'm into my Zoom H1, and my level is at about 30. So now I'm recording with the Stony Edge mic, and I have it plugged in. I've set the input level at about 80. And again, let's record the Rode at the same level. Here I am recording the Rode. I'm into my Zoom H1, and my level is at about 30. If you're using a lapel mic, you want to spend $40 or $50 for it. It looks like a really good build. Looks like they really spent some money on the design. Again, I love the metal. It's a good build. It looks like a really good microphone. This may be a choice for you. Hands down, I'm going to go with this if I'm shooting a lot, if I'm using lapel mics, because of convenience. That may not be worth the money to you. It is to me, because I don't have to worry about it. I plug it in and it works. So there you go. I'm filming this. I have no idea how these compare. I will find out when I get in post to put these together. And when I post it, you'll know as much as I do. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. So let's see what happens here if I play this back. Hello. Well, nothing's happening. I don't know. I have no idea if this thing's going to work or not. I didn't have the speaker on. Isn't that awesome?